Hey YouTube, Joyboy here. So, today we have a fun video. This is going to be about potential foreshadowing relating to the powers of some of the big players potentially in Wano. And so guys, this should be pretty short, but what we're going to do is we're going to analyze a particular color spread. And just as a forewarning, I might not be the first person to notice this. I'm really not sure. Something Dritz said made me think that somebody else had found it, but I couldn't find that post. So we're just going to go with it. My apologies if that's the case. But anyway guys, this is going to be based almost entirely off of a theory that I have talked about. I'll go ahead and link that theory in the description, but essentially it's about Kaido and the potential that Kaido is a mythical creature and has eaten a human-related devil fruit, such as the Oni fruit. It could also be like a giant fruit, but essentially his human appearance is due to his devil fruit, and he was originally a mythical creature. I speculate in that video that Kaido was originally a dragon. Mainly because I'm certain that there will be a dragon in Wano. It doesn't necessarily have to be Kaido, but Kaido is the person that I would put my money behind as of right now. It could be the Shogun, though. It could just be an actual dragon. And a popular speculation, a derivative off of this, I believe first came about in Roger's Base's live stream, where somebody submitted a question asking Roger what he thought about the potential of Kaido originally being a Sea King. A lot of people think that this makes a lot of sense, and I am with them, but for slightly different reasons than they do. A lot of people point to Kaido wanting to commit suicide, and seemingly he would drown himself if he wanted to kill himself, but he hasn't drowned himself, so maybe he can breathe underwater. It makes sense if he was a Sea King. But my argument for this has always been that I don't think that Kaido is traditionally suicidal. I don't think that he actually wants to die as much as he wants to find something that will break his armor. Essentially, he's indestructible, and he's looking for things that will pierce him. And so that's why in all examples that we can see of Kaido, it involves him in some way or another trying to kill himself via physical means. And, you know, of course he could die if he drowned, if he can't breathe underwater, but he could also die, if he's not immortal, if he starved himself, or if he consumed an absurd amount of poison, or if he ate more than one devil fruit. The point is that if Kaido is immortal, nothing can kill him, not even drowning himself. And if he is not immortal, many things could kill him, including drowning himself. So focusing specifically on drowning doesn't prove really anything. But I don't want that to take away from the idea that Kaido is potentially a Sea King who's consumed some sort of mythical human fruit, because I do love the idea. I just don't think that there's anything definitive that puts it on a higher tier than him being a dragon who ate a mythical human fruit. In terms of the theory that this is what Kaido is. This is why he is a creature. But anyway guys, to get to the point here, I do believe that I might have found something that could just suggest that Kaido is in fact a Sea King, and the dragon of Wano is the Shogun. And this is based on the color spread in chapter 373. But anyway guys, I'm going to show this color spread now, and keeping in mind the theories that I've just shared with you, I think it is very interesting the designs on each of the characters' kimonos, minus Nami. We can see that Luffy's kimono has the design of some sort of serpent dragon-like creature, but it seems to be water-based. Whereas if we look at Zoro's actually has a dragon on it with fire. Many people already think that Zoro will be the one to take on the Shogun in Wano, whilst Luffy will be the one or part of the people that will take on Kaido. Could this be low-key hints at their origins and or powers? It's also worth pointing out that in another color spread, Zoro also has a dragon design on his kimono. Another thing that I found interesting was the design on Sanji's kimono, which is that of a chicken. And as we know, Kaido's crew have, for the most part, all obtained zone-type devil fruits. We can already see Jack with the ancient zone of the mammoth. Many people wonder what the other two calamities, what their devil fruit abilities will be. Now, I'm not suggesting that it's definitive that Sanji will for sure fight a calamity, but it makes me wonder if one of the calamities might have a mythical chicken devil fruit, such as the cockatrice. There's also a Japanese derivative of the mythology behind the cockatrice called the Busa Busa, I believe. I do think it's kind of fitting for Sanji to end up fighting a calamity who had a chicken-related devil fruit, given that, you know, chicken, one of the most common foods that we eat. And the last thing that I want to point out to you is the design on Chopper's kimono, which is that of a Sakura. And another theory that I've talked about in the past suggests that potentially we can find Hilaluk's Sakura Miracle Cure in Wano. So this could potentially describe Chopper's role in Wano, his major discovery. But anyway guys, again, this is 100% for fun. Nothing here is definitive. When it comes to foreshadowing on color spreads, the vast majority of the time there is not enough information for us to be definitive about any of the connections we may potentially derive from them. Oftentimes it's only really significant when looking back. But I guess while we're here, we'll do one other, which is this is another Wano related color spread. And this one was interesting. It came out around the time of Impel Down, and in this particular color spread we could see many of the characters that were present in that arc, but in a sort of Wano scene. And so I wonder if this has some relation to Wano as well. We already know for the most part that Crocodile will reappear in the story. He'll have some role to play in the new world. The same applies to the Revolutionary Army, such as Inazuma and Ivankov. And so I wonder if the Revolutionaries and or Crocodile will make an appearance in Wano. Now of course the popular speculation is that the Revolutionaries will end up crashing the Reverie. But just because that is what I believe doesn't mean that it will happen, and it would be very curious and interesting if the Revolutionaries decide to stop by or make an appearance in Wano. And as for Crocodile, we straight just don't know when he's going to appear, so this is by far the best idea that I've ever heard, which is kind of sad. But yeah guys, just remember that color spreads do contain nuggets which hint at the future, but finding those nuggets and interpreting them is a very hard task, but these are just some ideas that I thought were cool. But I think that there was just enough connections here for it to be worthy of sharing with you guys, just so that you know. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you liked this or if you didn't. If you agree with anything that I said or have alternative ideas, just let me know. Like the video if you liked the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video, subscribe if you want to be notified for my future content, and as always guys, have a wonderful day.